Well, hello everyone. Okay, so here's the deal. This is another modeler's input requested for people who are more experienced than I am. What do we have here? We have an ancient set. Again, I seem to have old sets. I like them. Heller, Personel de la RAF 71211. This seems to be very old. I haven't checked how old it is, but I have a feeling it's from the 80s, if not earlier. And the thing I need some help with is this plastic. This plastic isn't plastic. This isn't what we are used to. Never mind the flash. I'll talk about the flash in a second, actually. But, I mean, they're great poses. I love them. And, once you're done with dealing with all the issues that they present, you have some cool figures in 1/72nd scale. But it's not plastic. It's more rubber. It's very soft. Yeah, I'm pressing my fingernail in there. You can just about see a mark, but it's not like our regular model kit plastic, and it doesn't take glue like it doesn't take plastic cement like our normal model kits do either. So I've had a bit of trouble because it doesn't. I'm not sticking it to anything. They don't have heads and arms to stick on. They're just by themselves. But what the problem is the paint. Forget trying to put on Vallejo primer. It just peels off. You see the bases? All the bases have just peeled off. So here's the deal. I've had these for a long time. And as I've said in my other videos before, I started stuff years and years ago, and I've just got back to modeling. Excuse me. And I can't really remember how I painted these first two chaps. These two chaps here. So the chap putting in the bullets, replenishing the bullets on the airplane, which is pretty cool. It's really well detailed, actually, as well. You see the individual bullets there, and the pilot chap just waiting, for everybody to tell him that his plane is ready for him to get in and take off and go shoot down some Germans. So you see how nice and shiny and durable that paint looks. I have a feeling I used enamels, which, I did back in the day, without a primer directly on there. So in comparison, and I know he kind of looks gray, it almost looks like a German field uniform, but it's supposed to be blue. But in comparison, here is a chap from the same set, same plastic, that I painted up just the other day. And here I used primer. I used Vallejo black and some Vallejo gray from the top to try to do a little zenithal, but in 1/72 it doesn't really work. But the thing is that it just rubs off. As soon as you put your finger on it, you hold it for a little while. Like what I'm doing now is probably going to reactivate the layer, and it's going to come off. The red is Citadel. It took 2 layers to get it to look like that. It's Citadel layer paint, so it's not like the what you call them, glazes or anything. It's proper thick layer paint, and it took 2 layers, and I'm scared to touch it because it might come off. You see its head? Like, this figure, this figure is in no way completed and painted. I mean, as you can see, the handlebars haven't even been picked off, but you can see where I've touched it, like on the uniform, it's already come off. And that's Tamiya. The blue is Tamiya. And just nothing will stick to this stuff. I don't know. What do I have to do? I have to use enamels? The enamels seem to stick. I mean, this I painted years and years ago, and it's durable. And I don't remember using any primer with this. And I can't see any primer on the base where it has rubbed off. So does this rubber need, because it's not plastic, it's rubber, does it need enamels? Okay, so once again, I am reaching out to the modeling community. Please give me some tips. I hate to be that kind of person, but can you please press the like and the subscribe? It's free. It does help me to get the video seen by more people, and then more people can answer my question, help me get better. In the back we have some more modern figures made from some proper plastic. I mean, modern figures. These were made in the 2000s or late 2000s. The Hasegawa and the Hasegawa plastic. Oh God, I love the Hasegawa plastic. It's almost brittle. But yeah, it's amazing. And obviously, you know, those are 148 and those are 172. And for 172, I mean, they're great. Those are the guys on the bike. Look at all the flash, though. Look at all the flash on the back. Oh, it's ridiculous. And then, you know, sanding this rubber stuff, you sand and it kind of breaks off in pieces. And all the seam lines on the side, you see that? It just takes so long just to clean up one figure. So I'll just add them. I mean, they're pretty cool poses, though, the guys with the chocks. It's always good. Those chaps are pulling something. I think Airfix has the same mold, but I think they've used their Airfix plastic, which is a lot better. I've got, to counter these, I've got some Revell 172 figures for the German airfield crew, and the Revell plastic is really good, though. And female officer. Oh, the bell has rung. Scramble. Chap. Reloading. More reloading or replacing of the machine guns. And some trolleys. And some pilots. 3 pilots. The other chap's already painted. Only one guy refueling. 2 guys redoing the ammunition, but only one chap refueling, which is kind of a shame because I have 2 refueling trucks and I could do with 1 more of these chaps. I've got one of the RAF, really old, vintage, you'd say, refueling sets, and I plan to get the hose and kind of adapt the hose to stick it on his hand at some point. Oh yeah, and there's the officer. See, the details are good, but they're soft. It's really difficult to get rid of all the flash without losing details. But yeah, that's the Heller set. It's quite old. I should have checked when it came out, but it came out ages ago. I'd say early 2090s, I think. Please help me if you have any tips on how to get paint to stick. Do I use enamels, or how do I persist with what I prefer, which is acrylics? Stay, bastard. Anyway,